So, I want you all to take yourselves back to high school. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This is YouTube, so we'll need to start again. Imagine that you were old enough to go to high school, and you may have heard that there was always a distinct lack of glue sticks, and even if you could get a hold of one, it would likely be covered in hair, dried to the bone, or maybe it would just be a stick with the glue attached firmly to the ceiling. It always confused me as to why they never had glue, despite the fact that they always spent their money on useless websites. For example, my school spent lots of money on a website called Tassamai, where your goal was to answer X amount of questions per day for X amount of days in the week. Now, this sounds good in theory, as memory gets consolidated over multiple times. But the issue comes with the fact that all the questions are piss easy. During one time, I answered all the questions right on a text I never even read, with 3 of the 4 answers just being the word war. And guess how much schools pay for this? £15 per student. And if we say that there are 1,000 students, then that would equal to 15 grand compared to the max 1 grand needed to buy them all glue sticks. And that is at the AAA quality of glue sticks. But wait, it isn't actually £15 per student, as that would be far too cheap. It's actually £15 per subject per student, meaning that, God forbid you want to buy 2 subjects, then you'll have to pay around 30 grand, not just 15 grand. Another thing which schools spend money on is always around about the summer holidays. It's some massive gesture for the open days and is usually done to try and compete with other, more private schools. Yet you may notice that schools never show off their glue stick supplies. I know, right? Crazy. And this is another thing I can remember. I was in school on the first day of term, and our teacher announced that they had a whole new fuck-off gym and computers just for the use of the PE students, who were a very small minority. Meanwhile, in computer science, we had to use computers which took about 5 minutes to load up the thing which allowed us to load up the other thing which we had to use for lesson, making us waste about half the lesson just on loading. Basically Fallout 4. But then again, we never actually did anything in those lessons anyway. You may wonder why I care so much about the lack of glue sticks. And well, it's actually a vital skill, because how will the children of the future be able to glue all of the replacement parts onto our robot overlords?
It's mine, telling you, bloody stupid cunt!
As surely if they can't do this, humans may be perceived as useless, and thus will be vaporized. Or maybe the lucky ones, which can be seen as worthy enough, may be used as biomass energy, which should allow their residue to be a part of the robot's great history. In conclusion, if you don't call prick sticks, at least in your head, then you are a disgrace.